Jim Ratcliffe, who's taken over, who heads up Ineos, he's the richest man in Britain.
Yeah.
He's given staff at Manchester United a week to return to the office or leave the business, because he's found out within a short time culturally there it's a mess. United, they're all working from home, nobody's focused, the culture in the business is poor. So he's taken the first step by telling people to come back to work. What's your thoughts about that?
Totally agree.
Yeah.
I know lots of people who work from home, especially during COVID, and they thoroughly loved it. I had a friend who is a computer designer, coder, and he was 5 days a week in an office till COVID, and then he spent a year and a half working from home. Loved it. He would get out of bed at 2 minutes to 9, turn on his computer so head office could see he's logged on. He'd then have a shower and breakfast. He'd watch a bit of TV. He'd do a bit of work. He'd take the dogs for a walk and have lunch. He'd come back, do a bit more work, wash the pots, do his washing, leave the computer turned on and do a bit more work about 5 o'clock and turn it off. And he did that for a year and a half. And I said to him, do your bosses really went, no one knows what we do. No one can judge how much work we do. He was, this is great. That's one example. I know people who work from home from the council. Anybody who works for us, meaning the taxpayer.
Yeah.
When you phone HMRC, you can't get through. They're all working from home.
Yeah.
We have unions now in our country who are lobbying the Labour government, the late Labour, because they're going to be in government soon, to change legislation, not only to make working from home a legal right, but working from home from anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. Because at the moment, if you work for HMRC, all these places, there's, I don't know how many, but it's in the thousands of people are working from Nigeria, Pakistan, India, on British wages, and just went home, and are still working from home there now.
Oh, you mean they originally were from there?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
I
got
see.
family there, but you can live there a lot, 30 grand as a council job here, you move to Nigeria
Live like a king.
and go in with your dad, then you're living like a king there. So all this needs to stop. We need to get people back into the office for several reasons. The first reason is it's good for you. It's good for your mental health. We're social creatures. We need to be around people.
Yeah. We
need to interact. It's only when I'm sat next to you that I hear you talking about a problem that I can chip in and go, I've dealt with that.
Yeah.
You need to do this. Or someone else can ask, I've never seen this before. And then someone in the office goes, oh, this is what you do.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a younger member of staff. How do you learn the trade? How do you learn what goes on if no one older than is teaching you and having you under their wing because you're all working from home? So mental health is becoming worse for those people. The myth that productivity doesn't change if you're working from home is a huge fat lie.
I agree.
Because we all know this to be true. The answering phone calls now in councils and HMRC and licensing have all collapsed because you can't get anyone to answer anything.
Correct.
The wait now to get a reply by email is weeks and weeks and months and months. And it's all because people are working from home and doing a lot less at home than they are. A private business who wants to run their business like that, that's not my concern. You run your business how you want to run your business.
Yeah.
And if that affects your bottom line and you go bankrupt, that's down to you.
Yeah.
Or if you save so much money from office space that you're happy with that, well, that's good for you as well.
Yeah.
Private businesses can do what they want. But state-funded services are not private businesses. They're my business.
Yeah.
And I want value for money. So we need to get people back into the office. That also helps town centres and city centres.
Yes, it does.
Helps the transport network because they're getting no money coming in. Shops selling sandwiches, which then have to employ more people. This is how we keep the economy going.
Yeah.
At the moment, we're letting many civil servants get the benefits of working from home without giving those benefits back to other people in their jobs. It's a me situation. So I'm very against working from home.
Yeah.
Even though I work from home.
but your home is your work at the moment.
That is my office.
You have to work from home. But I think I agree. I think and again, working from home is another awful result of COVID and lockdowns. The direct result of that. And efficiency, productivity in this country has dropped, and we're not making these numbers up. The productivity in this country has dropped definitely as a result of this happening.
And we've always had a problem with productivity in this country.
Exactly, yeah. So I think, I totally agree with Jim Ratcliffe telling everybody to come back to work, and people do definitely work harder in the office. I think what you described there about that friend of yours who switched, I think that's happening a lot and it is worse in the public sector. There's no doubt about it, because there's nobody. The trouble with the public sector, because it's not a private business, there's nobody who has ownership or concern or worries about productivity or whatever, because there's nobody to judge them or whatever. It's, I've had dealings with the public sector recently where the number of times I'll ring up and somebody is off sick, the same person, they're off sick, then they're on holiday, there's an out-of-office email, and they never appear to be in the office at all, these people. So it's...
Well, the stats on sickness in the UK is an employee takes twice as much sick leave in the public sector than they do the private sector. Twice as much.
Yeah, because nobody comments on it.
Nothing you can do. Maybe hard to sack someone in the public sector, and your boss doesn't want to take that fight on because no one else cares.
Yeah. Why does he need to take the fight?
So why am I going to fight you with your sickness? Because none of my bosses care.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm now causing an issue for them because you're going to put a grievance in. You're going to get unions involved. So all everybody wants is a quiet life. So the culture just carries on.
This is horrific.
Did you like that video? I think you did. Hit the bell, give it a big thumbs up, comment, and don't forget I'm standing for election in Oldham East and Saddleworth. So please share this video, speak to your family and friends if you live in Greater Manchester, and if you live in Oldham East and Saddleworth, make sure you vote for me. Catch you soon.